and I believe I can beat these guys. You know, Yordenis Ugas, I sparred with him in Vegas, and
can I ask how that went?
It went very well. That's all I'll say. Yeah, it went very, very well. I dropped him one time as well, you know, so I'm pretty confident if that fight came around. I've got more experience now as well, you know, I've been in big fights now. That was at a time when, before I had fought for any titles, so I believe now I've got the experience. I've been in the big fights, I've been in hard fights, and I believe, you know, I can beat these guys. I really do believe in my own ability.
Well, you're on with...
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So we just heard there from my dog, the JT. Damn, he got your Yordenis Ugas down bad right now. And for me, given the last month or so, this was poetically justified. Why? Why was this poetic justice? Well, what do we know? We know Yordenis Ugas was involved in a conspiracy with the PBC to shortchange Manny Pacquiao. Facts. The facts are, Manny Pacquiao was supposed to fight your man's Errol Spence. Errol Spence went missing. Errol Spence was super scared, and for whatever reason, didn't turn up. Yeah? People want to say, oh, YB lies. Errol Spence wasn't scared. Errol Spence didn't fake an injury. Listen, I told you before August 21st, I said, listen, if your man's got a problem with what I'm saying, turn up. Innit? Just turn up to the fight. No more, no less. Us fans weren't asking for nothing that Errol Spence didn't sign up for. Oops. He signed for the fight. I didn't ask him to sign for it. He signed for it and he didn't turn up. That's on him. It's not my fault he had to fake an injury and I exposed it. Yeah? It's not my fault one of my PBC sources exposed that Errol Spence and Al Heyman and the PBC had planned weeks before for Yordenis Ugas to step in on Errol Spence's behalf, which, if you watch my videos, you'll know explains why Ugas was so prepared. He was prepared because he was told, listen, Errol Spence, he don't want none of Pacquiao. We thought Pacquiao wasn't going to sign the fight. He signed, and now we're going to pull out, so make sure you're ready. And that's what happened. Anyway, I'll give you that background to say that, listen, what goes around comes around. Karma. Poetic justice. Yeah? Ugas thought he was real smooth. He did. He thought he was real smooth, pulling a fast one on a 42-year-old man. And now, this is what happens, you see. When you think you're smart, you end up getting got. Because whilst we can play games with 44-year-old Manny Pacquiao, who you can't play games with are the Young Bucks. Yeah? Because my dog, the JT, just aired out your man's Ugas. Ugas, you got knocked out in sparring. And that's how we know for a fact Ugas had about 10 weeks to prepare for Pacquiao. Because Josh Taylor be sleeping. Josh Taylor's a 140 pounder. He's not even 147. And he'd be sleeping your man's Ugas in sparring. Sleeping him. Yeah? Got slept. And what you'll notice is Ugas has been silent. Since Josh Taylor made his claims a few days ago, your man's Ugas don't want none of the JT. Even this new version, JT isn't even as smoky as he used to be. But still, Ugas got clapped. Yeah? And this should be a message. And I gotta admit this, you know. I feel kind of bad for Josh Taylor because if he plans on going up to 147 and getting some belts, he ain't got no hope. He ain't got no hope. Why? Because what we know is PBC have ducked Terence Crawford. They've ducked Manny Pacquiao. And what we know is Josh Taylor is part of the Bob Arum promotion. So he's got no hope. Especially now that he be smoking all the PBC fighters in sparring. Wow, they're damn bad. This is bad. You know it's bad, yeah, because normally when people make claims, the alleged person ends up trying to deny it. Oh man, it wasn't me, and he didn't knock me out in sparring. But this guy, Ugas knows he got smoked. He can't even deny it. So this right here is a message. You can't run from fate. You can't run from karma. Ugas thought he was smart. Yeah, I'm going to pull a fast one on Manny Pacquiao. Now look at you. Now you're getting washed by 140-pounders. And at the end of the day, Ugas, if you don't like it, what you can do about it? I'll tell you what you're not going to do. What you're not going to do is step back in there with the JT. Because what we know is the JT is fixing to take some more years off your life. Yeah? How many more knockdowns do you think you can take? No more knockdowns. Your Malteser, listen, the JT will knock that Malteser off your head. Clean off. And I've spoke to JT. JT told me, listen, the reason I enjoyed knocking down Ugas is because he reminds me of a Malteser. I love to knock Maltesers. I love the crunch of Maltesers. And the JT cracked Ugas's crunchy Malteser looking ass Barnett all day. Cracked it. Like an Easter egg. Look at my man Ugas, Easter egg looking ass. Isn't it? Easter egg head looking ass. That's what do we do with Easter eggs? We crack them. That's what Josh Taylor said. I rang him the other day. I said, listen, JT, I saw that you knocked down Ugas. And I think it was back in April last year. I spoke to him. I said, listen, what do we do with Easter eggs? And he said, we crack them. And that's what happened. He got cracked. Ugas and his big Malteser Easter egg looking ass Barnett got cracked. Simple as that. What's he going to do? Nothing. And that's what all these PBC fighters be doing. Nothing. Because what we know is Manny Pacquiao wanted to give Errol Spence some good old prison loving. He went missing. They had to pull off a big conspiracy to defraud Manny Pacquiao. Oh yeah, what we'll do is we'll set Manny Pacquiao out with a southpaw, and then in the last minute we'll switch him out with a fully trained and fully prepared young prime orthodox fighter in Ugas. That's what we'll do. That's what they be doing. But like I said, you can't run from fate. You can't run from karma. And unfortunately, Ugas, you thought you got a one-up, and now look at you. You're down bad in sparring. Now you never mind winning a fight. You can't even win sparring. The JT stay getting off on you in sparring. And you're more, listen, not even just you. The JT stays getting off on you and your Easter egg Malteser looking ass Barnett. 100%. That's what it is. And any of you goofies out there, like I told you before, it's on you. It's your man who got murked in sparring, and no one else's man's. Yeah? No one else's man's. And this goes for a message. You PBC dons better keep running. Keep running. Just like you ran from Pacquiao. And you best believe you can be running from the JT. Because you didn't want nothing to... You know it's bad, yeah, when you don't want nothing to do with a 45-year-old man. If you don't dare fight a 45-year-old man who you ended up spiking their drink anyway. Wow, you're scary. But we already knew Errol Spence was scary. Because he'd be ducking Terence Crawford for the longest. Errol Spence likes to fight people who just stand there. Like Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia. They just turn up and just stand there. Until the 12th round. Yeah? That's who he likes to fight. He don't want to fight no one else. And he learnt the lesson. Because when he fought Sean Porter, he thought, oh yeah. But like I said, he learnt a lesson that day. He thought, oops. That's the last time I fight someone who ain't just going to stand there. And ever since then, you best believe Errol Spence have been fixing the fights. No doubt. But anyway, Ugas, you got smoked in sparring. And you're looking super silly right now. 100%. You best keep fighting 45-year-old men. Because what you don't want to do is step in there with some prime bucks. And you get smoked some more. No doubt.